Why are so many First Amendment auditors talking about furry potato? Stick around, I'll tell you all about it. This video was supposed to be an audit on Auditor Johnny 5-0, who was arrested while filming Edwards Air Force Base in California. However, I'm going to have to put that on pause because something came up. The auditor world is exploding right now because there was an incident with Furry Potato filming a city hall in Commerce, California. Most of Furry Potato's audit is pretty uneventful. She talked to some employees about the decorations in the building, to include ones on Earth Day. There's some autism awareness stuff. She talks about recycling a little bit. And it's super chill. Everyone's totally fine with it. At least they appear to be. Furry Potato even says, "This is really cool. Everyone is super nice." So what went wrong? The first issue that I saw was when Furry Potato tried to gain access to a few locked doors. When she can't, she even asks one of the employees to let her in so that she can film around. To a security guard, this definitely looks like an attempt to test the security of the building. And although it might not be illegal, it's definitely something that would draw attention. When she isn't able to get into those rooms, Furry Potato leaves, and she ends up encountering a fire department official and starts filming him. Now, he's clearly uncomfortable with being filmed, and he even goes and hides in a corner. While in that corner, he apparently calls the police. Furry then leaves, and she wanders around the building some more. She talks to employees she's already spoken to, and they remain friendly, so clearly they don't appear to be concerned with anything. While she's wandering around, Furry Potato is approached by a security officer, and he asks why she's filming. Now, she doesn't really answer him, but she definitely has the right to film unless there's a security procedure in place that would prohibit it. No one mentions a security procedure, so she's probably still okay. Fortunately, this happened in California, so I don't have to prove what a public forum and a non-public forum is, and whether or not a live stream is considered protected under the freedom of press, because there's this crazy thing that was approved in 2015, and that can be found in Chapter 177, California Senate Bill 411. I'm going to read it to you, because I don't have it memorized, so if you just bear with me for a second. This bill would provide that the fact that a person takes a photograph or makes an audio or video recording of a public officer or peace officer while the officer is in a public place, or the person taking the photograph or making the recording is in a place he or she has the right to be, is not and of itself a violation of the above-mentioned provision, nor does it constitute reasonable suspicion to detain the person or probable cause to arrest the person. Interesting. Was she filming? Yes. Was the public officer in a public place? Also yes. Was she allowed to be in the place that she was in? Again, that's a yes. So, she can't be detained for filming. She can't be charged with a specific crime for filming. She should be fine. But that doesn't mean that Furry Potato can't be stopped from being there for a different reason. He might argue that she's a security concern. She tried to access locked doors. She wouldn't answer his questions. What is she doing there? Was it illegal to try to gain access through those doors? Probably not. Did she have to answer those questions? Also no. However, the security officer can argue that based on the totality of the circumstance, she was a security risk. And a request to leave the building could have been valid if he was able to argue it well enough in a court of law. But did he ask her to leave? Well, it's not easy to hear him, but I did enhance the audio while reviewing this, and I didn't hear him ask that. I didn't hear an order to get out of there. He basically just said, "Okay, bye," and then left. Just because he didn't ask her to leave doesn't mean he isn't still a little concerned about the whole situation. And if I were him, I would have kept an eye on her, right? I wouldn't have gotten in her way, but I would have been present just to make sure nothing's crazy. There's some weird stuff going on in the United States right now, so it's not unreasonable to expect security to be a little careful. However, could they really stop her? I would argue no. But enough about what I would argue. Let's get to the interesting bit. Let's get this big screen for this one. Furry passes by the fire department official again, who is talking to the security officer. Both of them approach Furry, and the fire department official immediately grabs Furry in what appears to be a citizen's arrest. For that arrest to be legitimate, though, he would either have to see her commit a misdemeanor or be aware that she was committing or had committed or was about to commit a felony. I'm not aware of any crimes that Furry committed, although I would be interested to hear suggestions. As far as I'm aware, he lacked the legal authority to carry it out based on the circumstances and opened himself up to a lawsuit for assault and false imprisonment. If he did have to defend his actions in court, he'd probably argue that he made his decision in good faith. The actions he took was based on a real concern. For example, he states that she can't have a backpack in there. He also states that people were concerned because Furry Potato kept saying that she was going to steal people's souls. Oh no, she did state that. Yes, she said that she was stealing people's souls, but that's not because she was going to go and like suck people's souls out. If she was able to do that, good for her, right? No, she was making fun of people's reluctance to be filmed based on some cultures' beliefs that having a photograph taken of them takes a part of their soul. Wearing a backpack is not a crime, although it can be a suspicious thing. But you have to have a reason why it would be a suspicious thing. And even if the security officer thought it was suspicious, he could have just asked, hey, do you mind if I check your backpack and make sure there's nothing crazy in there? After the official from the fire department grabs Furry Potato, she is escorted outside by force. Her equipment sustains damage. A lot of angry words are exchanged. Things escalate. Eventually, one of the officials tells Furry Potato not to come back, which as far as I'm aware, is the first time that she was issued a notice of trespass. There's a lot that went wrong in this. But based on the information that I have, which is this video, I'm definitely siding with Furry on this one. Those officials messed up. And keep in mind, I'm not legal counsel, but I would like to help out where I can. So if anyone has questions, please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help. The police do arrive, and Furry Potato states that she was arrested. Feel free to think I'm biased because I'm a police officer, but I don't think the police were wrong to arrest Furry Potato. Not because Furry Potato messed up, but because they had to get statements from the officials. And I would reasonably believe, I'm trying to be careful with how I say this, I would not consider it unreasonable to believe that they would have given statements that would have made Furry Potato look like a bad person and look like Furry Potato had been committing a crime. So the police acted on what they thought was correct. They did their job. They had probable cause to make the arrest, and they did. However, it's a really good idea to try to get a copy of the police reports, see if it details what was said to the police, see if it says why the police had probable cause to make the arrest, and then you can take that to legal counsel if you want, and do whatever you gotta do from there. Furry Potato did make a second video after the arrest, detailing the arrest itself and what happened afterwards. If you want me to break down that video for you, I'd be more than happy to. If you have any questions about this video or the second video, you can check out my Twitter right there. In the description, you'll find the original video. I highly recommend, as always, that you check it out for the full context of what happened. You'll also find the second video if you want to look that up as well. What else I got? I don't know, that pretty much covers it. So, till next time, be good, stay safe.